Hello, it is Thursday, 26th of September 2024, and it is 19:19, 20 past 7 p.m. Now, sort of getting through the list, which I previously started. So, of the two Bava, no, sorry. Okay, I'll just continue. Right, the Akasa Dhatu, or material quality of limitation. 19. Akasa Dhatu means the element of space. In a heap of sand, there is a space between each particle of sand. Hence, we may say that there are as many spaces as there are particles of sand in the heap, and we can also distinguish the particles of sand from one another. When the heap is destroyed, the particles of sand are scattered about, and the space enclosed between them disappears also. Similarly, in very hard lumps of stone, marble, iron, and metal, there are innumerable atoms and particles of atoms which are called kalapa, or groups. Into every finest, smallest particle of an atom there enters at least these following 8 qualities of matter: the 4 essentials, and colour, odour, savour, and nutritive essence. And each group is separated by the element of space which locates itself between them. Therefore, there is at least as much of space as there is of the matter of the lump. It is owing to the existence of this space that lumps of stone and iron can be broken up, or cut into pieces, or pounded into dust, or melted. The 2 Vinyati Rupa, or modes of communications. Vinyati Rupa means mode of communication or sign employed to communicate the willingness, intention, or purpose of one person to the understanding of another. 20. Kaya Vinyati is that peculiar movement of body by which one's purpose is made known to others. 20. Vachi Vinyati is that peculiar movement of sounds in speech by which one's purpose is made known to others. Those who cannot see the minds of others know the purpose, the intention, the willingness of others through the use of these 2 modes of communication, or Vinyati Rupa. These 2 are employed not only in communicating one's purpose or intention to the understanding of another, but also in moving the parts of the body while walking and so forth, according to one's own will, and also in learning by heart, reading to oneself, and so forth. The 3 Vikara Rupa, or the 3 Plasticities. Vikara means the peculiar expression or distinctive condition of the Jata Rupa, the genetic material qualities. 22. Lahuta is the lightness of the material quality. 23. Mudata is the pliancy of the material quality. 24. Kamanata is the adaptability of the two media of communication. When one of the four great essentials falls out of order and becomes disproportionate to the rest in any parts of the body, these parts are not light as usual in applying themselves to some work, but tend to become heavy and awkward. They are not pliable as usual, but tend to become hard, coarse, and rigid. They are not as adaptable as usual in their movements in accord with one's will, but tend to become difficult and strained. Likewise, when the essentials are out of order, the tongue, the lips are not adaptable according to the wish in speaking, but become firm and stiff. When the four great essentials are in good order and the parts of the body are in sound health, the matter of the body, rupa, is said to be in possession of these qualities of lightness, pliancy, and adaptability, which are called the three plasticities, vikara, rupa. The four lakkhana rupa, or the four salient features. Lakkhana means salient feature or mark by means of which it is decisively known that all material and mental qualities are subject to impermanence. 25. Upachaya rupa means both integration and continuance of integration, of which two the former may be called Pachaya, initial integration, and the latter Upachaya, sequent integration. 26. Santati Rupa means continuance. From the cessation of sequence integration to the commencement of decay, the phenomena continues without any increase or decrease, and such a continuous state of material phenomenon is called santati or pavati, prolongation. The production, jati, of the groups of material qualities alone is described by the three names of achaya, upachaya, and santati. 27. Jarata is the state of growing old, of decline, of maturity, ripeness, in the sense of being ready to fall, decayedness, caducity, rottenness, or corruption. 28. Anicca means impermanence, death, termination, cessation, brokenness, or the state of disappearing. It is Our Lady Sayadaw's style in writing to express an idea by means of as many synonymous terms as he can collect, and a translator, such as I, who has not fully attained the mastery of the language in which the treasures of Burmese literature are to be deposited, can with difficulty furnish the translation with a sufficient number of appropriate terms. A plant has 5 periods: the Achaya period, the Upachaya period, the Santati period, the Jarata period, and the Anicca period. It is the first generation, then grows up gradually or develops day by day, and after the cessation of growth, it stands for some time in the fully developed state. After that, it begins to decay. At last, it dies and disappears, leaving nothing behind. Here, the primary generation of the material qualities is called the Achaya period, the gradual growth or development. the Upajjaya period and their standing in their fully developed state, the Santati period. However, during these three periods there are momentary decays, Kanika Jarata, and momentary deaths, Kanika Anicata, but they are not conspicuous. The declining of the plant is called Jarata period. During the period of decline there are momentary births, Kanika Jati, and momentary deaths, Kanika Marana, but they are also inconspicuous. The commentator of the Dhamma Sangani in his Salini explains this by an illustration of a well dug out on the bank of a river. The first gushing out of water in the well, he says, is like the achaya of the material phenomenon. The flushing up, or the gradual increasing or the rising up of water to the full, is the upajjaya, and the flooding is like the santati. The death of the plant, the final disappearance of all its constituents, is called the anicca period. During what we call death, there are also momentary births and decays, but they are invisible. The 5 periods allotted to what is apparent to the view are shown here only in order to help one to grasp the idea of Lakkhana Rupa. In a similar manner, we may divide in the life of a fruit tree the branches, the leaves, the buds, the flowers, and the fruits into 5 periods each. A fruit can be divided into 5 periods thus: the first period of appearance, the second period of growth or development, the third period of standing, the fourth period of ripening and decaying, and the fifth period of falling from the stem, or total destruction or final disappearance. Just as we get 5 periods in the life of plants, so it is with all creatures, and also with all their bodily parts, with their movements or bodily actions, such as going, coming, standing, sitting, with their speech, and with their thought. The beginning, the middle, and the end are all to be found in the existence of every material thing. I'll end there because I need to have some water. My throat's getting a little bit dry and croaky. So yeah, interesting stuff. Next video is the 4 producers or generators of material phenomena. So we'll have a look at that next. Okay. Hopefully see you again.